So we're going to demonstrate how to uncouple or disconnect your truck and trailer. You always want to start from the back, blocks first or chocks. When you put your blocks in, there are different ways of doing it. One in front, one behind is where they're supposed to be. In this case, the person that blocked it put both in front, but there's nothing stopping this trailer from rolling backwards. So you should try and always group one tire only, and put it at the front of the tire, put it at the back of the tire, but make sure that when you're using, whether you're using the wedge blocks or whether you're using blocks, that you can see them in your mirrors. The first thing you're supposed to do before you drive away is double check your mirrors. If you jump your blocks, it would be an automatic failure on the road test. From doing your blocks, you're going to drop your landing gears. And when you drop your landing gears, you want to leave them up off the ground just a little bit so that you're going to be dropping your airbags. And this way, if the next person backing up doesn't back up straight and the trailer slides in the jaws at all, it does not bind the legs or your gears. And if you're on unlevel ground, you may have to get an extra block, so always keep an eye on both landing gears so that you know that when they touch the ground or just about touch the ground, whether you would need another block or not. When you go to disconnect and pull your pin, there's two options. One is to grab your pin puller if you don't want to get dirty, and which is like an extra arm, or you could just reach in and pull the handle. When it's tight like this, that is because your truck is on unlevel ground at this point in time. So what you're going to do then is you're going to just back up a little bit to take the pressure off your pin, and I'll demonstrate that at this time. And that's how easy the handle should come out at all times. So all I did was back the tractor up a little bit to take the pressure off. Once you've made sure your handle is out and staying out, you want to do a visual underneath to make sure that your jaws are physically open, just in case you might have a weak spring or the grease is a little thick and prevents your gears from opening all the way in your jaws. When you put your puller away, make sure you have it strapped into position. These are the new rules. They can't just be hanging into the step like this or into a bar. They have to have a strap or enclosure put over top of them. At this point, you're going to disconnect your airlines. It doesn't matter which order you disconnect them in, but what does matter is that when you hang them up, that you make sure that you hang them on a natural loop back in the cradles, and that way they don't bounce out while you're driving down the road. One of the worst things you want to do is have them bounce down and start dragging on the ground. At this point in time, we're going to hop into the truck. We're going to pull ahead approximately 6 inches, just enough to get off the pin. You're going to secure your truck, drop your suspension, come out and take a look to make sure that everything's going down properly. I will demonstrate. So when you get back out to do your inspection, you're confirming that your airbags are going down properly. You're going to be looking for daylight between the apron of your trailer and your fifth wheel. When your airbags are down complete and you see that there's daylight, you're going to pull ahead what they call again 10 centimeters, which is basically the distance between your wheels, and you're going to be just off your fifth wheel. Then you're going to reinstate your airbags and come out and do another visual. So once your airbags have gone back up, if you are on unstable ground, you want to make sure that you sit here for about 5 minutes. If you feel that the trailer is sinking, or you see it starting to sink, this gives you the opportunity to get back underneath, because the worst thing you want to do is drive away and have your trailer drop through the ground behind you. Okay, so after you've uncoupled your trailer, you're going to be pulling out to your side on a 90-degree angle. Then you're going to step out of your vehicle and you're going to do a walk around. Not only are you checking the path of direction around your vehicle, you're looking up. But you're going to be taking a look to make sure that there's no leaks underneath your tractor. Nothing is caught between your wheels. You want to make sure that your fifth wheel plate is down and in the right position, and your handle is wide open. When you get to the back of your truck, you are looking again underneath to make sure that you have no apparent leaks and it's nothing hung up onto your truck. You want to take a look back towards the trailer that you're going to hook back up to. Also keep an eye on looking up. You're going to again check, make sure there's nothing caught between your tires, no apparent leaks. Then you're going to carry on walking around your unit. You're going to get back into your unit and you're going to line yourself up to your truck. And if you don't make it in the first turn, you do have the opportunity to pull forward and straighten out. I will demonstrate this at this time. Again, well hooking up or coupling to your trailer. Once you've backed up and you've lined yourself up straight, you want to stop when your fifth wheel touches. At this point, you're going to step out. You're going to do a visual, make sure your handle's still open. You're going to do a visual under the trailer, looking back up into the fifth wheel to make sure you're lined up straight. Again, you want to follow company policy, and because some companies prefer you didn't look underneath without a spotter. So at this point, we're just going to check underneath, looking to make sure that we are lined up and everything's open, which is good. At this point now, you're going to just reach into your truck and you're going to lower your suspension. So you're just making sure that your suspension's going down properly and your airbags are going down properly. That's all you're watching for. Once your airbags are down, you're going to get back into your truck. You're going to back up what they call 10 centimeters, which is basically the distance between your tires. At that point, your fifth wheel should be just under your trailer. Then you're going to reinstate your airbags and come out and take a look. And at this point, I will demonstrate. What you're watching for is your airbags are coming up properly, and you're making sure that you have no daylight between the apron of your trailer and your fifth wheel. On your road test at this point in time, once you confirm that there is no daylight between your fifth wheel and the apron of your trailer, just before you hop back into the truck, remind your examiner that your wheels are blocked or chocked. Then you're going to back under till you connect and do 2 small tugs forward, and come out and do another inspection. So once you step out from doing your 2 tugs, the first thing you want to do is reach in and double check to make sure your handle is in and loose. One of the main reasons for that is because your jaws can stay open in cold weather, because your grease can hold your jaws open. If you don't do your inspections, you run the risk of losing a trailer. You also want to do a visual underneath, looking back up to make sure your jaws are fully locked. Once you confirm that everything is good, at this point you're going to hook up your air lines, electrical lines, and raise your landing gears to complete getting yourself hooked up, ready to go. Make sure that when you are hooking your lines up, that you keep a natural loop on your lines. In this case, the way I have my lines wrapped is that my light cord will be on the top, which will put your blue line or service, your emergency line or red, in lining up properly to make sure you have a natural loop on your lines so that you get maximum length when turning corners. When you raise your landing gears, again, when you get all the way to the top, you want to make sure that you go back down at least 1 turn. Again, in the event that it gets super cold, your grease gets stiff, or you get water caught up between the legs, that you have the opportunity to try and crank it either up or down to break it loose, instead of having to use the hammer to break it loose and run risk of breaking parts off on the legs because they are only cast iron. Make sure you stow your handle away properly. At this point in time, you can remove your blocks because you're hooked up, ready to go.